We're going to do both. We're just popping up on Facebook as well. Welcome to Motivational Monday. We're getting together with Keto Warrior Wende today. Hello, my darling. I'm so excited to see you all. We're going to have some fun today, and we're doing another bare belly truth. So you guys are going to get to see what our tummies look like since we looked last time. It's been a while. I looked up on my videos. I think it's been about 3 months, and I didn't realize it had been that long. I won't lie. The pictures were a little bit difficult for me to look at okay, there you are, Wende. Let's go live. Add Miss Wende. Yay! So yeah, it was a little hard for me to look at the pictures, I won't lie, and that's what makes me think it's time to do it again. Hello, my darling.
How are you?
Oh, good, how are you? I didn't do up my necklace properly. Let me just do that up. I'm so smooth it just fell right off me.
Perfect.
So how's your day? Are you super looking forward to this? I'm super duper looking forward to this. By the way, I'm just going to take a quick moment to share it to my group and yours.
Okay.
So that way everybody is getting us live. And why don't you chat a little bit and tell people what we're going to do today? I kind of told them a little bit. But we have some other topics we want to cover today too. So why don't you just briefly touch on that, what we're going to do today?
One moment. You need to leave. Out. Not that side. Out you go.
Out. Away you go. Bye-bye then.
Yeah, what are we touching on today? I've already yapped. I've done a million things since we talked, and now I'm like, oh right, we're going to talk about all kinds of things today. I know. Let's start with my big NSV.
Okay, let's start there
because that I remember.
Okay.
So you guys know that I've spent the better part of the last 30 years battling bipolar. When you battle a mental illness, you also lose your memories. My memory has been shot. I can't remember my kids' childhoods, couldn't remember lots of things that went on in my life. And this weekend now, and I also told you at the beginning of the summer that I was going through a lot, and my whole childhood had come up, blah, blah, blah. So I've been out for counseling. So with all this stuff coming up, with me clearing myself, I'm more than a year dairy-free now. I've been going for counseling for the last month, and this weekend, I not only had memories I haven't been able to access in a long time, but it was like a long series of memories. I was talking about my best friend. I was talking about her job history and stuff with another friend because we've been friends for 30 years. We were kind of filling in someone else who's new on the scene as to, some of her background and whatever. I was blown away by how much was coming out of me and how much I had access to. This is super exciting because even 2 months ago, if someone had asked me, tell me about your best friend's work history, and I easily pulled it all out of the archives. I was like, oh, so you know what, guys? I'm getting my brain back. I'm getting really important things back. And, I guess I want to start with that because I want to give you guys hope that the longer you're on this, the more benefits you're going to see. I started keto in February of 2017. It's now October of 2018. And now I'm saying to you, I'm getting my memories back. So guys, your journey isn't going to happen overnight. And if you stick with it, the long-term benefits are what you're going after. And for me, I'll never go back. I mean, I haven't been online. I haven't been on video, really, other than those quick little clips I've been doing. I haven't been doing any lives. I'm looking at myself going, holy smokes, I've shrunk.
Do you know what? I'm feeling that way the last few days too. Since I got my photo shoot done, I think it made me really, really look at myself, getting my hair cut, doing my photo shoot made me really, really look at myself. And I'm like, wow, I look really, really different over the last 6 months. And I'm kind of shocked because I don't feel that different.
So, you see this shirt? Do you know what size this is? This is a medium. This was a girl that was wearing a 2X in a medium. In a medium. So you guys, yeah, like it just takes time, you know, and I mean, I'm going to also tell you something else. When we do finally bare our bellies today, I'm still the same weight I was when we did that.
I think I am
exactly
too.
The same weight.
I think I am too. My scale is broken, so I don't know for sure. But I don't think I've actually lost any weight either. Just my body is morphing. Your body is morphing. You guys are getting to watch us shrink before you, and the scale says, bite it, lady. Bite it,
the scale
lady.
Even says this. It says, oh, look, we're going up. So Lucy with Liz says, nice to see you beautiful ladies back on here. Missed you guys together. Thank you, Liz. Jessie Bell says, Wendy, I like your message about keto and remission versus cure. I had to put that out. I'll explain that in a minute. Firewolf Ashton says, Dory, your photos were amazing. Joette Lutrick says, hello, Joette.
Hello, darling.
So somebody close to me said to me that I was spewing a cure BS. And that, you know, if I thought that I knew more by consulting Dr. Google than people that had been in the trenches studying, then I was delusional. So this is coming from someone going to university.
Well, because you know everything about everything.
University mindset, because my ex-husband was very much is very much about that. What the university experience will bring you. We were brought up in the 80s. University was the thing. Like,
oh yeah, if you didn't go, you were no one.
University, you weren't worth anything.
No, trash.
So when I realized that someone of a scientific mind was saying to me, "You're talking about cure," I was like, "No, I have never ever once used that word. Okay? Never have I used that word because it's irresponsible and it's dangerous." So I really appreciate the fact, Jessie, that you brought that up. I'm very, very strongly against using the word cure because let's face it, if I go back to eating the standard American diet, guess what?
You didn't cure anything.
I go back to being that girl again.
Yeah.
If my husband goes back to eating the standard American diet, guess what? He runs the risk of that prostate cancer returning.
Yes.
We've put it to sleep. It's gone for now. As a matter of fact, his last PSA test. If your PSA is elevated, your doctor will call you after you have a test.
Okay.
Get a test done September 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. We haven't heard anything from the doctor.
Yes.
So he's going to find out that result tomorrow morning, and that's pretty exciting.
Well, and you know what? Same thing for me. I don't think I've ever said I cured my depression or anxiety, but you know what I am? I'm symptom-free. I am symptom-free. I'm not suffering symptoms of depression every single day on the daily. But let's be honest, if I were to go back and I started eating the standard American diet, all of my depression, all of my anxiety, it would all come back. Like, I didn't cure anything. Keto did it. Keto is what's changed my life. I didn't do it. I'm no scientist. I didn't go to a lab and, cure this for myself. It's how we eat that makes a difference. And if we go back, guess what comes back? Like lightning. Lightning.
Everything. For me, all it would take is a small mouthful of dairy and I get 24 hours of a reminder of why I don't want to eat dairy. You guys, it's not a cure. It's not. It is reversing things that maybe we shouldn't have had in the first place, but now we're going to have, they're going to still be there. We're just giving them a chance to take a break. We're getting healthy. They're sleeping. We're good. As long as we stick with how we know our bodies are reacting the best for us, whatever way you choose to eat, and if it's working for you, right? I mean, I love keto. I'm staying keto, right? But I would never ever say to someone, I think you should go keto, because I don't think keto is for everybody.
No, the same as anything else isn't for anybody. You have to want it. You have to have the right mindset. You have to accept that things are just going to be different. Like if you think, you know what, keto's for me, but I just can't give up bread. I can't get around that. Once a week, I need to have bread. I need to binge on bread. Then you know what, maybe keto's not for you. But you know what, you can make a bread substitute instead of having bread, and it could be for you if you're open to that. But it's a lifestyle. It's not a go on a diet for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month and lose weight and go back. It really is a forever thing. And once you change the way your body functions, you won't want to go back. I promise. Hand to God, you won't want to go back. You just won't.
You know, I mean, I have a house full of different ketoers here. Oh, Jessie, you're quite welcome. She says, thank you for expanding on this. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you know, I also made a little blurb last week about being careful about the words that you choose. Because
I saw that one.
Jessie's bio-individuality and mindset. Yeah. Keto is very much not one size fits all.
No.
My goodness. If I ketoed, okay, so Dory and I talk about this a lot. If Dory and I ketoed like each other,
we'd be so sick.
We would hate our faces.
Ugh.
We would hate your faces. We would hate each other's faces. We'd hate our own faces. We'd hate everybody. We would hate everybody. We tried.
Yeah, within a 5-mile radius.
In Texas, yeah.
So on Facebook, we have a couple comments as well. We have Belinda and Ruth and Karen watching that all say hi. Miss Lillian, Miss Belinda, and we have a hello to Wendy from Oklahoma. Hello from Grand Forks, BC. Nice. Elizabeth. Oh, Mr. Dan Quibell is watching. Hello, Dan Quibell.
Hello, Dan Quibell.
Hello, Dan.
Okay, well, now that we know we have the guys in, shall we get naked?
Right? This is a perfect time to scare off all the boys. And I'm going to tell you guys, before we do this, that the first time we did it, it actually really kind of benefited my life in a really weird way. So I'm going to tell you guys, I started doing my YouTube videos, and then I had like this surgence of really young looking boys commenting on my YouTube channel. Things like, wow, you have a great body. I'll tell you what, dude, fix that right up. I bared my belly, and guess who don't comment anymore? How do you like me now, little boy? How do you like me now?
I'll tell you that first time that we did this.
Oh, I cried. I cried. For a couple days. It was bad.
I really struggled not to cry on camera, but wow. It was rough. It's so vulnerable, because this is an area we all look at as a trouble area, right? We all go, oh my God, my stomach, because it's not flat. It's not what, the media and all the fashion magazines say that is the appropriate belly size. So we all have our issues. And then you have me, who's got this nasty scar that has, left me drapes and, stretch marks everywhere. I was like, oh my God, I'm absolutely horrified to show off this belly. And it was the most freeing thing I ever did. Because you know what?
Ditto. This
girl wore a bikini this summer because
everybody already saw it.
Belly out on the internet for everyone to see, and everyone was awesome about it.
So why not, right? Why not? And the truth of it is, we can beat ourselves up over, our ugly bellies and our not perfect bodies and our this and that doesn't look exactly the way we think it should. Or we can just accept that, this is my body now and it is getting better. Like when we did it the first time, guys, my apron stuck out past the side of my hips. That was humiliating. That was really, really not easy for me to put out there. But I did it because I thought, if even one person looks at it and says, oh, okay, you know what? If Dory can do that, I can do that. If Wendy can do that, I can do that. You know what? If they can put it out there, you know what? Man doesn't look so bad. Man don't look so bad. So I thought, you know what? If one person looks at it and says, you know what? I don't have to feel bad about myself, then it's worth it. But it's still hard to do. I won't lie, guys. I want to cry just thinking about doing it again. Just a little. Just a little.
Bannon 5 says you should see my belly with all my surgeries.
Oh.
Jazz Graham says ask ourselves how great our bodies feel. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yes.
Fire Fashion says we are real women, not supermodels, and we all have to love ourselves as we are. Yes, yes, yes. Amen to that. You know, and here's the other thing, Dory, is that you and I putting this out, this is showing people that we're just real people with real bodies, real scars, real wounds, real everything, and we're willing to share that to make it normal.
Yeah.
Why are we so ashamed? Why are we so ashamed of what's happening just in this area, or so ashamed of our butts, or so ashamed of our hips? Like, guys, this is the body we've been blessed with. Love yourselves. You know what? I don't love all these curves and bumps, but you know what? They're sure a hell of a sight better than the bipolar, candida, rosacea, headaches, migraines, irritable bowel, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is a far cry from that mountain of fat I was living in. I gotta remember that.
I never would have showed my belly before. Like, dear God, I never even showed my belly to men I was intimate with. Don't look at my belly. We can like address this area above, from here and up, and from here and down, and we're just going to pretend that nothing in the middle exists. You know, you do things like wear skirts, you can hike it up, hike it down, but nobody ever saw. Like, if somebody said to me, Dory, one day you'll get yourself up on the internet and you'll stick your belly out, I'd be like, not in this bloody lifetime, B. Not in this lifetime. Not in this lifetime. But you know what? We need to be able to do that, because we all have to be able to do that. That's how we stop hiding from the camera. That's how we stop pretending that we don't exist. Period.
Just,
you know?
Smell Keto says, I never used to let my hubby touch my stretch marks. Now I ask him to kiss and name each one.
See? Because it's about love and acceptance. You know, it really, really is. And if we don't love and accept our bodies, how do we expect someone else to? Because guess what? Judging doesn't take long. When you're like, oh, my body's gross, but you like it. There's something wrong with you. Clearly, there's something wrong with you that you find this attractive. And in my bigger days, man, I rode that train all the way home. If anybody liked me, there was certainly something wrong with him. Like, if a guy looked at me and he was attracted to me, I was like, dude, what's wrong with you? There is clearly something wrong with you if you find all this attractive.
You're all this bountifulness of me. Right. And we're ashamed of it, so we just assume that everyone around us is judging us.
Yes. And you know what? They're likely not. It's more us thinking it than the other people. I mean, when you see people walking down the street, you don't look at them and think, oh God, why is she wearing those pants? Well, once in a while I do. I try not to. But sometimes people really wear stuff they shouldn't, just saying.
But you know, we have talked about that before, because I struggle with that, because I've been so busy judging myself that it's very easy to project that outward, right? That goes back to the am I the fattest girl in the room discussion. Yes. Right? Because now you're comparing yourself, and then you're looking at couples and you're like, wow, she's huge. What is he doing with her? And then you're like, wait a second, I used to be her. What are you doing, Wendy?
What's wrong with you?
It's culturally programmed, and it's something that you're going to catch yourself doing, and try and catch yourself and not do it. Yes. You know, try and look back at that situation and go, okay, no. I'll bet she's an awesome human being, struggling with her weight like the rest of us. You know, constantly reframe this stuff, because we got a lot of bad programming going on up in here.
Yes. Rochelle says she loves my curls, and she knows she's a stylist.
Well, your curls are very pretty. My hair was very curly, and I actually just straightened it because it was about this big. And you know what? In the 80s, when I wanted big hair, I couldn't get big hair.
Yeah.
Now I don't want the big hair, and my hair is like...
Do you know what? This is the first time I've done my new haircut curly. And man, I have got like body coming out the yang, and I was like trying to calm that down today. Because even at the back, check that out, girl. I am like nothing but shape and volume. I am loving it. I'm loving my new look. And I want to encourage you guys to go out and get you a new look. Because you know what? I realized that although I come out of the box all the time with my colors, you guys have seen me, I've worn all the fun colors, I do all the wild, but I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I've been wearing the same haircut since Phoebe wore it on Friends. So I've been wearing the same haircut since 1990. So it's time. It's time for an update. It's time for something fresh. And you know what? I'm not saying I didn't love my old style, but if you've been carting around the same hairstyle for coming on 30 years, you might want to change that up just a little. Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah, well.
Alrighty.
Who's going first today?
I'll go first. Hold on, I'll just go back for 1 second.
Now, well,
Jazz Graham says, I'm 60 now, fat or thin, everyone knows it's a 60-year-old in there, LOL, yeah. She says, it's kind of freeing, actually.
Right?
Shannon 5 says, sometimes I do that, I need to stop judging other people. Yeah, it's really tough, because it is socially ingrained. I mean, I don't know what your house was like, but my parents had something to say about everybody.
Oh.
And I was lucky enough to hear all of it, plus everything they thought about me, so, you know.
Yes. So I have your first time we did this all queued up so I can show people what your first time one looked like while you show today. I mean, again, it was on the bottom, so not the best picture, but we'll post them. Again, it was painful. I had a hard time looking at them. I had a hard time finding them.
You know what, all of a sudden I'm like nervous again. I'm like, why am I nervous? I walk around, I go up to people, I'm like, hey, and I whip down my pants, I'm like, look, I don't really have a mommy pooch, and here I'm going live going, ugh. Okay, I'm good. So, Jazz is getting a haircut tomorrow too.
Yay!
And, hold on. Okay, there we go. And, sorry, I don't know if that's a T or is that an I? It's an L? Lanham 30 says, when your arms are so small. I know. I'm like blown away because like my arms have been always like huge. All right, so I guess I'll get naked for you guys. All right. Okay.
Oh no, my phone just froze.
First thing I do is roll this up. So look how skinny I got. This is pretty good, right?
Right.
And then we're gonna drop this down as low as I can. I again shaved for you, so you can see that this, like, I'm really getting thin.
Oh wow, are you ever? Look at that teeny little waist.
Sorry, I was out here. Keto.
You were. I've got the picture right up.
Bigger I was there. So you can see, slowly but surely, this little mommy pooch is going away. It's not pretty. I'm starting to see scars I forgot I had. I got a gallbladder scar over here. Didn't know I had that. I forgot about that one until it popped up the other day. So there you go, you guys. It is going, slow but sure. I'm pretty happy.
And the secret is, it kind of gets saggy before it gets better, unfortunately. Like, it just does. Like, it's going to sag before it tightens up and goes away completely. So you get that sort of in between. Like, in your before picture, you were very round all the way. It was very taut. Yeah. It was very full. And now, 4 months later, it's really just a bunch of empty skin waiting to tighten back up.
Yeah, there's not, actually, you know what, I will show you that. There's not really, like, you can see how much of this is just skin, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Yeah, now it's just a matter of time. There's still, you can still see there's some, here, let me do it here. So you can see how when I'm pushing here, this is all hard. So this is still this girl fat. This is still fat that I want to be getting rid of in here. There's muscle in there too, but there's still quite a bit. But you can see how this is pretty much
just
nothing.
Loose skin.
And now it's just a matter of intermittent fasting and patience.
Yeah, patience. Intermittent fast and patience. So, before I bear again, I'll show you guys, and oh God, it was so hard for me to look at, even hard for me to show you. This is what my stomach looked like when we looked at it the first time. And I want you to take note that the apron goes over the side of my hips. You know, that is a good amount of over the side of my hips. And I really don't have any of that anymore. I'm just getting adjusted here. So again, I don't want to flash anybody anything that I shouldn't. We don't want to get blocked for flashing stuff. We're just showing tummies, not other stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh God, this is so terrible. So bad. I really hate doing this. But so this is what we're looking at now.
Wow, Dory, holy smokes, you've changed so much since Keto Con. Look how flat that is.
Yeah, like honestly, it really is just skin. Like, to be honest with you, it really is just skin. But look at how it no longer comes over the side of my hips, and it is getting smaller. But again, look at how beautiful it looks in pants. Like, in pants, would anybody ever even bloody know? No. So you know what? That's between me and my mirror, and nobody else knows. But look at how much better this part got. This is almost completely gone. Like, my shape has changed. Everything is changing, and it is slowly going away. Like, it's almost completely flat in pants now. So you know what? Not the end of the world. We're getting there. It's just a matter of patience and time. Because look at that. In clothes, I would never even complain about that anymore. I feel like having a parade and saying, oh my God, look at how pretty my belly looks. Now, bear the whole thing out, and well, maybe it's not so pretty. But it's getting there. I'm getting there. I'm so close now. Like, you know what? Give us another 6 months, and we're laughing. I might not even need tummy tuck surgery if it keeps going this well.
Yeah, Jessica Bell, Keto says autophagy. It takes time, but it happens.
It does. It does. It takes time, and you have to be healthy before you see any of the benefits of autophagy, because it will take out all your dead and sick cells first. So if you're sick on the inside, it's going to clean out all of that sickness before it goes to your loose skin, before it goes to your extra mommy pooch. All of these things come in time. But if you are not healthy first, your body isn't going to do what it needs to do. Step 1 is get a healthy body. Be healthy.
Excuse me. And I have been stalled on the scale since last October. I'm coming up on 1 year of losing 2 whole pounds in a year.
Right.
I have shrunk from a size 16, like a large 16.
Yes.
To a size 10 pant. I have shrunk from a large and a tight large to, look at this, to
a loose medium.
A medium. I can't even believe I'm saying those words, a medium. I don't think I wore a medium when I was 144 pounds.
I didn't wear a medium in high school.
The sizing thing going on. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I have to work with the sizing we have now. The sizing we have now says I'm a medium. But this has all happened over the course of a year. I have lost so many inches, but I haven't lost anything more than 2 brand new pounds. I have lost 5 pounds at a time that I've gained and then released. I've been losing the same 2 or 3 pounds.
Over and over and over.
Losing inches, and you have to trust the process. And, that's why this is going, because my body is working on that visceral fat. My body's working on the insulin resistance. It's taking care of those things. So as long as I keep fueling my body, I trust that at some point between counseling and various other things that I'm doing, at some point my body's going to say, okay, I'm healthy enough now, I can let the rest of this go.
Now, let's kind of touch on that, because some of what we're holding, some of what our body is holding, some of why this weight is not releasing has absolutely nothing to do with what we eat. Some of it is purely emotional. We wind ourselves up in our fat suit, and we train our body not to release. So some of that, as ridiculous as it sounds, is just mind. It's just what's going on in your mind and has nothing to do with the food that you put in your body. And that's why we're always on, you guys. Mindset, mindset, mindset. because it really can change where you're going. It really can.
The one thing that I've discovered through counseling is that trauma can cause a lot of symptomology.
Yes.
Addictions is one of them. So many of us that are struggling with weight loss issues have had some kind of trauma in our past, and now we have addiction issues, whether it's drugs, it's food, it's sex, it's whatever the case is. If you've had some problems in your past that have been traumatic for you, you really need to get them resolved, because your body holds on to that. Even though it's not a physical weight, it's an energetic weight, it's an emotional weight, and your body will hold on to that trauma and cause problems until you deal with it and you release it. So I'm really hoping that with all this counseling I'm doing, and I've been sticking with carnivore for the most part. I'm still trying a few vegetables here and there. They're still not really liking me. All the things that I'm doing, I'm really hoping that at some point the whole combination of it just picks up and says, yep, okay, you're good, and lets the rest of this go. But if it doesn't, here's the thing, you guys. What if it doesn't? What happens if I don't lose the rest of this weight? What happens if you don't lose the rest of the weight that you want to lose? Does your world end? Do you give up? I'm not giving up, because I realize that I need to eat like this to keep me healthy. And I'm going to be 50 in March, so I'm not getting any younger. I need to keep this body healthy. This body's been unhealthy for a long time. If 40 pounds is what stands between me and a goal weight, I've dropped 87. That's a huge feat.
And how much happier are you now than you ever were before? If someone said to you, you know what, Wendy, you're never going to lose another pound again as long as you live. This is where you are at. This is your healthy weight. Stop having a goal weight. This is where you belong. Get that idea out of your head. This is you. This is healthy. Live with it. Deal with it. Could you? And that's something we all need to ask ourselves. Right now I'm 150 pounds. I don't care. I don't care if I never lose another pound. If 150 pounds is my weight from now until the day I die, I would like to tone my body. I would like to tighten things up. But if 150 is me and that's it, I'm okay with that. And some of us are close enough to our goal weight that we really just have to be okay with the fact that maybe the weight in our head is not the weight we're meant to be. It might not be.
That's highly possible. I was actually thinking about that today, because when I first started putting on weight, I was in high school. And I put 40 pounds on. So I went from 144 to 182, 84, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Dropped. And then I dropped that. Now I went to Weight Loss Clinic, and Weight Loss Clinic was a 640 calorie a day diet.
Oh, girl, even I don't eat that little. That's starvation.
And
that is literally starvation.
Hypoglycemic. So then they moved me up to 780 calories a day. So I lost all the weight in 8 weeks, but I was miserable.
Well, yeah, because you were starving to bloody death, girl.
Yep. And then I sat at 160 for 2 years. My body kind of went from 144 back to 160, and it stayed at 160. I looked pretty good at 160. And honestly, if I could lose 30 pounds and get to 160, I would be really happy.
Yeah.
When I started putting weight on again at 160 pounds, I sat at 190 pounds for 2 years. My body has been sitting at 190 to 194 pounds for the last year. I'm starting to wonder if maybe this is where my body's comfortable.
It might be. Like, my original goal weight was 175, but I picked that out of thin air because that's what I weighed in high school. So when I was in high school and I was a size 14 and I was 175, I felt pretty good about myself. So when somebody said, what would you like to be? We all, let's be honest, we take that number and we pick it out of thin air. We remember a time when we felt good, looked good, we're confident, and guess what? For 90% of us, it was our high school weight. Now, let's be honest. I am 43 years old. Girl, should I even be aiming for my high school weight? I am a grown-ass woman. I am 43 years old. Why do I think I should weigh what I did when I was 15? Please explain to me why I think I should weigh what I did when I was 13, 14, 15 years old as a grown-ass woman.
And don't know. I'm going to grab a few comments. There's been a few flying by, and I'd really like to see them.
Yes, you catch them, and I'll check Facebook while you're doing that.
Backing up a little bit. We have... It's the inches we want to lose, right? Yep.
Yes.
Inches and size are so much more important. Proud of you both from Ben and 5. Thank you, Tracy. Firewolf Ashton, the struggle is real, but in the end, we are worth it. We absolutely are. Ben and 5 says, who cares? We feel better. We are new people. We're going to be healthy doing this way of life. I've dropped 25 and I will stay on keto for health, even if I never lose another pound. And yay for you. Because you know what? People like myself and Tracy are chasing health.
Yes.
Okay, so make sure you know what your why is. You know, if your why is, I just want to lose 20 pounds, that's different from my why, which is, I want to be healthy for the rest of my life, and I have been unhealthy for most of my life, so this is a really beautiful place to be. Jazzgram says, I've read that our bodies will get to where it wants to be on keto. Yes, it does. My husband wanted to stop at 170, and his body took him to 160, took him to 159 when he started to panic, bounced back to 160, and he has been maintaining between 160 and 164 for the last year.
Because that's probably his weight. Like, even though he thought 170 in his head, 160 to 164 is clearly his ideal body weight. Or guess what? His body would have changed. If that wasn't what it was supposed to be, his body would adjust.
And his body has been pretty much the same for the last year. Like, he just, goodness, I have eye candy in my house. I can't complain. Jazzgram says its optimal weight might not be what we think it is. That's right. And Jessie Bell says, preach, I'm 14 pounds from goal. I'm still working, but perfectly happy where I am. Awesome. I love hearing that. She goes, Bantam 5 says, Wendy, you look so small, and Dory, you do too. And World in My Ears says, greetings from Germany. Hello, Germany.
Germany.
Firewolf Ashton says, reversed fatty liver, off all sugar meds, and blood pressure meds will never go back.
Yes, girl, yes.
Jessie Bell says, my goal is 15 above my wedding weight. I'm older now. That's okay. Well, look at this, you guys. Seriously? Can I complain about having a body like this at 50 years old?
Right.
I really can't complain about looking like this at 50. And, you know, I'm making 190-something pounds. Look pretty freaking good.
Well, and you know what? I wasn't sporting this in my 20s.
No, that's true.
In my 20s, I was not sporting this. In my 20s, I was 290 pounds. I was sick. I was miserable. I was depressed. I was hiding in my house because I didn't want anyone to look at me. And every day was one meltdown after the next. That was me. You know, 20 years ago, I was certainly not the hot mommy you see now, just saying.
Me either. As a matter of fact, I was at home, 20 years ago. Well, I'm 49. That's 29. Let's go. If I was to go back to where I started putting weight on, it would have been when my oldest daughter was born. She's going to be 26 tomorrow. When I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I went up to 283 pounds.
Ouch.
When I settled out after having her, I was at 240 pounds, and my face was about this big around. It was massive. Like, I had a huge face. I was swollen from having her. She was 10 pounds, 8 ounces. So, you know, I had 10 and a half pounds of 2-foot baby in there. She was 24 inches long. Yeah, happy birthday to my oldest daughter tomorrow. She's 26, getting married in March.
Happy birthday.
But that's really, you know, at 23, I hit 283. So I was seeing the 300 creeping up on the scale. I thought, I'll never get there again. Yeah, until I was 275 and seeing the scale creeping up to 300. And I'm like, what am I going to do if it gets there?
Okay, so I just thought of something that I haven't thought about in years, as you were talking about where the scale was and talking about the fattest girl in the room. I distinctly remember, oh dear God, I wish this was a memory I didn't have, but I distinctly remember looking at other girls and literally saying to my friends, if I ever get that fat, shoot me. Shoot me. Shoot me. If I ever get that fat, if that ever happens to me, put me out my misery. And now I look back and I think, oh dear God, how many women looked at me and thought, honey, if I ever get that fat, get out the harpoon and put me down, eh? Get out the harpoon, Bob, because they can't be that fat. But I remember distinctively thinking, oh dear God, I'll never get that fat. If I ever get that fat, somebody will certainly, put me out in my misery if I ever get that fat. But you know what? Nobody ever did. Nobody ever did.
No, nobody was ever kind enough to do that. But boy, they sure want to put you out of your misery when you start following keto and you're losing weight and oh my God, you're getting skinny. Hang on, I'm going to grab some comments.
Yes.
Lanham 30 says, love the confidence. You ladies are awesome. Thank you so much. You know what? We've been doing this for a while and it gets easier to be more confident on camera the longer that you're doing it. So the first time we did this whole naked thing, wow.
It was so bad.
It was so hard.
I think what I'll do is I'll pull that live and I'll comment it in the feed of this when it's all done. Because if you guys want to rewatch and see, the first time we did this, how much more difficult it was, I'll pop it in the comments here so you guys can watch. Because, yeah. Or look for it on YouTube. It was called Tummy Trouble. Do you have an apron too? Because I named it.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Oops, I don't want to do that either. Come on. No, it's telling me I want to report all these comments.
Don't want to report any of them.
I just want to see the darn comments.
Well, while you're scrolling, I will say...
You don't look 190, you look 30 or more less than that. Numbers mean so little. Exactly. And she says, and you both look so young. Thank you so much.
Yay!
And yes, and it's Firewolf's 10-month anniversary. Yes. And congratulations to you for all the things that you have reversed yourself, my love. Because you know what? That's the power of keto.
And actually, you know what?
The dog Manani has just come in and said, hello, my friend Marcia. Happy to see you.
Nice. And you know what? I want to give Firewolf Ashton a shout out. She is Kathy. And she is amazing, and she is one of the fantastic moderators in my group, as is Jessie Bell Keto, and I love you ladies, and I appreciate your support and your help, and how you bring your spirit and your uplifting nature to share in my group, and I really appreciate you ladies. I love you so much, and I don't know what I would do without your support. I had to pop that in there, because I don't know what I would do without my ladies. I really don't.
Absolutely. Bannon 5 says 8-month anniversary for me. Crazy to think it goes so fast. Absolutely, it does. It goes so flippin' fast. I'm sitting here going, I started researching keto January of 2017. It's now September of 2018, and oh my God, my life
changed.
What the hell happened to my life?
I was actually thinking about that yesterday too, because I was thinking about, all the stuff that we put out, the content that we do, the videos that we make, the stuff that we do, and I was thinking to myself, okay, so October 13th is officially 1 year since I started my Facebook group, and I thought to myself, dear God, what did I used to do? Wendy, what did I used to do with my time? I had the exact same amount of time available to me that I have now, and I did zero, zip, nada, beep, beep, all and nothing. Nothing. I was doing nothing with my time. I was hanging out. I was watching Netflix. I was, dropping Jacob off to program, hanging out for the day by myself, make dinner for my family, and watch a movie with my guy, and that was it. That was it. That was my life. What was I doing? What was I even doing with my life? I have no idea. I had no focus.
I know, but I'm just trying to move past that and focus now on what I am doing with that time that I have. Joette Lutrick says, I started January 3rd, 2017, down 80 pounds. Aces, 80 pounds, my God. That is awesome. What? I love hearing these things. I actually had someone post in my group on the weekend, and he has lost, now I'm going to tell a little bit of his story. He has been struggling with depression and anxiety and anger, and he was in a really bad place, and he had been following keto and he had fallen off. And he came out for coffee one night, and I was there, and I said to him, are you in my group? He's like, no. I said, okay, I'm going to put you in my group right now. I said, get back on keto. You can do this. And he started going back on keto, and doing something that, you can't reverse because of how much his mental health was bothering him. He went back on keto in March. He's dropped 110 pounds.
Oh, dear God.
He hit Wonderland. He thought he might lose 30 pounds. He's lost 110 pounds this year. He's reversed his anxiety and his depression. He's got his wife on it.
Oh, yes.
His wife has dropped 30-something pounds, and their family's getting healthy now. So, you guys, when you need some inspiration, just look in your groups. People have all kinds of stories. And if you're not sure, come on Instagram and look up hashtag keto transformations, hashtag weight loss transformations. You'll see the kinds of stories that you need to see to keep you going, keep you inspired. And remember that, there's people like me that are doing this strictly now for health. Whatever happens, whatever else comes off is awesome, but I'm doing it for health. I'm doing it because, and I have 3 ketoers in here, right? I'm still trying to lose weight, and I'm dairy-free, and I'm carnivore. Then you have my husband who's maintaining, and he's eating pretty much whatever he wants, but he's sticking with keto foods. He doesn't go back to breads and all of that stuff. He stays with keto foods. My son is doing more keto low carb because he's able to eat bread. I know, jealous for the rest of the world. He's able to eat bread without it really affecting him. He has noticed sugar really affects him. He's trying to put weight on. So he's eating all the dairy and all that stuff. And he's, so I have 1 ketoer putting weight on, 1 ketoer maintaining, and then we have, yours truly. So it's an interesting household, and I'm seeing all kinds of cool stuff. I'm watching my son put weight on. It's like, this is awesome. Sure, buddy, eat all the fats.
Eat all the stuff. You eat all this stuff. So Angie on Facebook said, thank you both so much for showing your tummies. It makes me feel better about myself, and I don't feel alone with my apron, and it gives me hope that I will continue to shrink too. And that's exactly why. That's why we love you, and we want for you to know that, 4 months ago, look what my stomach looked like. Does it look like beauteous today? No. But it looks better than it did 4 months ago, and in 4 months it's going to look better, and in another 4 months, and another 4 months. And you know what? Maybe one day I'll get on here and show you my perfect bikini body. Probably not. Probably not. But you know what? I never had a bikini body in my life. Why do I think I get one at 44? I'm going to be 44 next summer. I never had a bikini body at 15.
And it was a little bigger when I did it this year. I stuck this body in a bikini this year for the first time ever in my entire life.
Me too.
And I need to get back to exercising. I'd like to tone a lot of this up because I'm going to Mexico in March, and there are, I have some ulterior motives for wanting to look that good. But that's okay.
Hashtag not Shane, not Vala, not shallow, not hashtag not vain. Hashtag in your face, X.
Hashtag not vain. Hashtag no revenge.
Hashtag in your face.
Hashtag revenge is best served cold.
Right? And this one's really cold. Really cold. When you, your high school boyfriend breaks up with you and you're like, suck it, dude, how do you like me now? It's like that cold of revenge, just saying, suck it, dude, how do you like me now?
Yeah. So, plus, my husband and I really haven't been on a honeymoon, so we're going to count this kind of as our honeymoon.
Yay!
So that'll be nice. And I'd like to look really awesome because it's also it's my daughter's wedding we're going to Mexico for.
Yes.
And it's also 2 weeks before my 50th birthday, so it's like a great big, huge, massive occasion for me. So I want to look stunning.
Yes, girl, yes. Because you know what, don't we all want that? Isn't that the high that we chased our whole lives? Is that not the true dragon? Is to look fabulous, feel fabulous. That one moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm a goddess. Just saying, hashtag not vain, smoking hot. Just saying.
Hashtag going to be 50 and look like this.
Right? And that's beautiful. Like, I literally feel like I've been aging backwards since I started the keto. My skin is better. My hair is better. My nails. I mean, look at this awesome skin, guys. I barely put on any makeup and I barely have any blemishes. The unevenness in my skin has gone. The rosacea, the dark circles. I barely make up. Like, I barely make up. And I feel like a goddess. And when I put on makeup, I'm like, oh God, why do I look like a baby prostitute? Because I don't need makeup anymore. Like, I don't have to contour my cheeks. They do it on their own. I don't have to add extra shadow to my eyes. They contour on their own. I don't have to spend, a half an hour doing highlight, contour, shadow to get all of the shapes in my face that I used to do. I used to contour, I used to shadow, highlight, conceal, and then you would blush, then you would shadow, then you would, all of this. It took me a half an hour to do my makeup so my face looked like my face just bloody naturally looks. My face just looks like that now.
Yeah, I never was one to wear a lot of makeup, but now I use a little bit here, a little bit there. But it's still pretty shocking. I got to tell you, it's still shocking when I saw myself for example, at my best friend's wedding, and they did up my face and my hair, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, whoa, who is that? Whoa. Today, there's some days I put on the whole gamut, but the wrinkles kind of scare me a little. Today I put a little blush on because I'm looking a little pale. I've had a headache all day long and it's showing on my face. So put a little blush on, a little eyeliner, but really I don't have to wear a lot of makeup either. Like, my rosacea is wonderful. This used to always be red, and even this weekend I had some vegetables, and so you notice this isn't bad now, but this will get swelling, inflamed. So it looks like I got little pooches in my cheeks from the inflammation from eating vegetables. And so I had some of that, especially because I eat sunflower seeds. Apparently, those are really inflammatory, guys. Can I just tell you about that? Because my face went...
And you know what? I eat them once in a blue.
If you're struggling with inflammatory foods, sunflower seeds might not be your best friend.
Yeah.
But today it goes so much better. Like, all the red is gone from eating vegetables this weekend. The swelling is now out of my face again. But this is like my litmus test. If I eat something, my face turns red, I know I better not be eating that.
I kind of want to talk about when we crave the things. And I only just thought of it because while you were talking about, the inflammation from the things that we're not supposed to eat. Yesterday I was making a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, peanut butter sandwich. I was making a peanut butter sandwich for my brother yesterday, and as soon as I opened the jar, I was like, girl, I just want to crawl up in that jar of peanut butter. Like, I just do. And I even thought to myself, oh God, I could just have I just have one bite. I just have one bite. And I realized I can't. I cannot even lick my finger from making the sandwich. So what I did was I made a yogurt, I put some keto cereal on it, and I put some flavored almond butter instead, and I had that. But you know what? It is that easy. It is a year and a half for me, and yesterday I could have very well made myself sick because all I wanted in the universe yesterday was to crawl up in this peanut butter jar and do nasty, nasty things.
Well, that's like that day that I called you when I went for this counseling. I got in the car and I called Dory and I said, I need you to shock me off the ledge right now. I want to dive into the biggest vat of ice cream you've ever seen, and you'll never see me again. And she's like, okay,
you ain't never coming out.
I laughed because I was sitting in my car.
Is there any food by you?
I just need to talk my way through this. And seriously, a craving will hit you, but it'll be gone within 10 minutes, you guys.
It is.
If you can suck it up for 10 minutes, it will pass. So I called Dory. I'm like, I'm losing my shit. You gotta help me. I'm about to eat all the things that I have not eaten in the last year and a half because I don't know how to handle any of this. And I just for about 10 minutes. And then I was like, oh, Okay, I'm good now, Dory. I gotta go. I gotta drive. Bye. You know.
But honestly, my first answer was, okay, do you have any food by you right now? Do you have anything within arm's reach? Because usually when somebody phones you and they're at that point, in my personal experience, they've usually already eaten some of the stuff before they call you to say, oh dear God, I'm going to eat the stuff. So that was my first concern was, is there anything right by you? Are you going to make yourself sick? The same, I swear to God, if somebody called me and said, I think I'm going to kill myself. Do you have any knives by you? Do you have any sharp, pointy objects? Is there anything, that I should be concerned? Immediate danger for you. And if you guys don't have that accountability partner, get one. And you know what? You can do it in group too. You can do it in group. If you are having that moment and you're gonna do it and you feel like, oh dear God, I'm gonna eat all the things, post it in group and just say, help me guys, help me. I'm dying right now. I want to eat all the things. I know I can't eat the things. Talk me down off the ledge, and someone will be there. Because, our groups are huge. We can't be there every single moment of every single day, but that's why we built a loving, great support network inside of a group. Because you know what? There is 2,600 people in group waiting to help you. Just waiting. If you're having that moment, someone is available. It might not be me. It might not be Wendy. It might not be, Robin. It might not be Kathy, but someone is available in group. 24 hours a day, somebody is peeking in on group. I promise you that. I promise you that.
We've always got people, in my group as well. I've got a number of moderators. People are someone's always there. And do feel free to reach out to the moderators if you're really, really struggling, because that's why they're there too.
Yes, so. Crystal Hastings says, it's funny, she did eat peanut butter last night, just a spoonful, but it was way better than eating a half gallon of her son's sugar peanut butter cup ice cream. Yes, girl, that was a better choice. And you know what? Not everybody has to give up peanuts. Peanuts are not technically keto. They are not a nut. They are technically a goober or a legume, but they don't offend everybody. They don't affect everybody. And I think all the way across the board, you'll see all kinds of keto peanut butter recipes everywhere. And that's maybe something we need to chat about as we close out. Oh, we're at our minute warning. We better close out.
We're at our minute warning. Okay,
yep.
Guys, you know what? We love you. If you like this, please like, share, follow us. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Keto Warrior Wendy with an E. So you can find me there. You've got Colorful Keto with Dory. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaste.
Have a great day, guys. We adore you. Bye, darlings.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so I'm going to get us a quick dance for a moment. We got 1 minute remaining, and then it is going to kick us out, and we want to save it before it kicks us out. But you know what? I want a moment to dance with you guys just for 1 second, and let's do that. Oh, and then we will see you later. I will be back at 5 p.m. We are getting together with Jezebel Keto, and we're going to talk about her brand new group, Ketogenesis. And then we are getting together with Keto Nando at 6 p.m. And we're going to talk about how losing over 100 pounds changes your life and how it could change yours too. We got about 20 seconds. Let's find the new you, guys.